Maya had a good service, a clear offer, and one hard problem. She could not tell what her market truly needed. One morning, she opened page after page, read customer questions, checked rival claims, and copied notes into 3 places. By lunch, she had plenty of words but no clear choice. The hidden cost was not just lost time, it was doubt. That doubt can slow every part of a small business. You may delay a new offer, write weak content, or answer customers with guesses. Market research sounds big, but the job is simple at heart. You need useful facts about buyers, needs, choices, and change. Perplexity can help you make a first brief, but only if you treat the answer as a draft. The safest place to begin is one narrow question, not, "What is the whole market?" That question is too wide. Ask, "What problems do new coaches report when they try to plan weekly content?" Or ask, "Which needs appear often in public customer questions about this service?" A tight question gives the research a clear lane. It also makes weak answers easier to spot. Type that question into Perplexity in plain words. Add the kind of evidence you want. You might ask for public customer questions, company records, market data, public statements, or filings. You can also ask for sources from different types of sites. This matters because one kind of page may repeat the same idea. A mix of sources can show where facts match and where they do not. Perplexity may return a short answer with links and notes tied to those links. Its layout and features can change, so check what appears in your account. The useful part is the first pass. You are not asking the tool to make the final business choice. You are asking it to help gather leads, group ideas, and point toward pages worth reading. Now build a small research brief. Put the answer at the top, then create 4 simple parts: facts, source links, themes, and questions. You can use Google Docs if you want a clean file that is easy to read and share. You can use Notion notes if you want a living workspace for many projects. The tool matters less than the clear line between evidence and thought. Maya used 1 page for her brief. Under facts, she wrote only claims that she could trace to an original source. Under themes, she wrote patterns that seemed to appear more than once. Under questions, she placed ideas that still needed proof. This small split changed the work. Her notes stopped looking like one long pile. Each line had a job. A source is the page or record that supports a claim. An original source is the first place where the fact was published, such as a company record, public statement, market data page, or filing. A summary may be handy, but it can leave out key details. When a claim matters to your offer, open the original source instead of trusting the short answer. Source quality is more than a polished page. Ask who made it, why it was made, when it was updated, and what proof it gives. A sales page may show what a company says about itself. That can be useful, but it is not the same as an independent test. A public record may answer one question well and say nothing about customer feelings. This is where many fast research attempts break down. A link can look right and still fail the test. The page may be old. It may repeat a claim from another page. It may speak about one region while your customers live somewhere else. It may use a word like most without showing how that word was measured. Perplexity can surface the claim, but you must check its strength. Open each important link and read enough to understand the setting. Check the date, check the place, check the group being discussed. Then copy the exact fact into Google Docs or Notion notes, along with the link and a short note about why it matters. Do not copy a large wall of text. Keep the fact small enough that you can test it later. A useful research line might say, "The source reports a common request for simpler weekly planning." A separate line might say, "This may support a planning service for busy coaches." The first line is evidence. The second is your judgment. They may sit next to each other, but they should not wear the same label. Mixing them is how a guess starts to look like truth. Maya then asked Perplexity to group her checked notes into themes. The themes were not answers from heaven. They were a way to sort the pile. One theme could be time pressure, another could be confusion about tools, a third could be the need for help that feels personal. She went back to the sources behind each theme and removed ideas that rested on one weak page. That second pass is where speed meets care. The first pass helps you find the trail. The second pass tells you whether the trail holds. You may discover that several pages copied the same sentence. That is not several pieces of proof. It may be one claim wearing several coats. Mark it as repeated, not confirmed, until you find a stronger source. You can also ask a better follow-up question. Instead of asking Perplexity to write a larger report, ask it to show which claims have dates, which claims lack clear proof, and which claims come from business pages rather than outside evidence. Ask for gaps. A good research workflow does not only collect support for your favorite idea, it looks for reasons your idea may be wrong. That can feel uncomfortable. A solo operator often wants a quick yes. A quick yes feels like motion, but a false yes can lead to a poor offer, a costly message, or content that misses the people you hope to serve. Careful research is not fear. It is a way to lower avoidable risk while keeping your own judgment in the driver's seat. When your brief is ready, turn it into one business decision. Choose a headline to test, pick a customer question to answer, shape a small service package. Do not turn the research into a grand plan with 10 new tasks. Let the evidence guide one next move. Then watch what real people say, ask, and do after you make that move. For example, a coach might use the brief to write a short guide about planning content with less stress. The guide can answer a clear need found in public questions. It should not claim that every coach has that need. It should not borrow a market claim without checking its source. The research shapes the message. It does not give permission to overstate the result. You can save the workflow as a simple routine. Start with one question. Request a useful mix of source types. Read the linked pages. Record facts apart from ideas. Check dates, place, audience, and proof. Group the notes into themes. Mark gaps and copied claims. Choose one action. This routine works because it gives each step a purpose and keeps the tool from taking over. If you work with a team member or client, Google Docs can make the brief easy to review. If you keep many customer projects, Notion Notes can help you store related research in one place. But do not build a complex system before the simple one works. A clean page with checked facts is better than a grand workspace filled with untested summaries. Privacy also belongs in the workflow. Do not paste private customer details, secret plans, or sensitive files into an AI tool unless you understand the rules that apply to your account and your work. Remove names when possible. Use public information for public research. Your speed is not worth losing trust. A strong system protects the people whose problems helped shape your business. Perplexity may help you find a path faster, yet it can still miss context, show an old page, or summarize a claim too neatly. Access, source display, and tool behavior may change. That is why every answer needs a human check. If a fact could change your price, promise, legal risk, or customer advice, read the source yourself and record what you found. Maya did not finish with perfect certainty. She finished with something better. A short brief she could explain. She knew which facts were checked, which themes were still weak, and which idea deserved a small test. The morning had not become magic. It had become orderly. Her research moved from search to source to judgment to action. That is the real win for a one-person business. AI can help carry the heavy first load, but you still choose what matters. You still read the page. You still notice the missing piece. You still answer to the customer. Use Perplexity for speed. Use original sources for truth. And use your own care to build a business people can trust. Want to save time and get more done with AI? Subscribe to Tech Edge Wave for practical AI tools, workflows, and automations you can actually use in your business.